Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Hope you are enjoying great. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please go ahead and subscribe. I have created bunch of playlists to cover various categories of problems such as breadth first search, depth first search, dynamic programming, greedy method and so on. And also there are playlists to cover various data structures such as lists, trees, arrays, linked lists and so on. You can check them out in the playlist section. Today's problem is two city scheduling. There are two N people a company is planning to interview. The cost of flying the ith person to city A is cost of I of 0 and the cost of flying the ith person to the city B is cost of I of 1. Return the minimum cost to fly every person to a city such that exactly n people arrive in each city. So we are given with 2n people, right? And when we say 2n, right, it will be always an even number it's going to be, okay? So we don't have to worry. So it will be divisible by 2 for sure. So that's why when we divide 2n by 2, it will come n, and that means n people will be going to city A and n people will be going to city B, right? So ultimately what we need to do is minimum cost so that you fly n people to city A and n people to city B. That's what is important. So you cannot leave out any person. So that is first thing, right? So you need to schedule all people, right? All 2n people such that n will be going to city A and n will be going to city B. The only thing that we are asked to do is how to minimize the cost, right? So let's go ahead and look at the example 10. So example 1 basically. So 10 20, that means 10 is to fly person 1 to city A, 20 is the cost to fly a person to city B. Likewise you have like 4 people here, right? So that means 2 people will be going to city A and 2 people will be going to city B. So normally if you go look, right, so what is the minimum here? 10. So let me fly this guy to city A. What is the minimum? 30. So let me fly this guy to city B. What is the minimum? 50. Let's fly this guy to city B. What is the minimum? 20. So let's fly this guy to city B. So this example, whatever here it is given, is like a toy example, because we were able to say, okay, by looking at the numbers, okay, these two can fly to city A and these two can fly city B, because the cost for flying city A is less here and here cost is more. That's why we are flying to city B, and here also flying city to, I mean, this candidate to city B. But this is not always the case. So this is like a very toy example, right? So it's easy to come up an answer for the example 1 input, but it's not always the case, right? So what if this is a 300 instead of 30? What if this is a 200 instead of 30, or 100 instead of 10, right? It's not going to work the same way that example 1 always will work. So what we are going to do is we are going to develop a strategy such that we find the cost differences, right? So first find the cost differences. So let's go ahead and find the cost difference. So what is the cost difference here? Minus 10, right? For the second it's going to be minus 170, and for third it will be 350, and fourth it will be 10, right? So now we got the cost differences, right? So what is the cost difference to fly a person to city A versus B? So you are just taking subtraction. 10 minus 20 is minus 10, 30 minus 200 170, 400 minus 50 is 350, 30 minus 10 20 is 10, right? So now based on this we are going to sort this array, okay? So that means when you sort this, right, what will become? Minus 170 will come first, right? Minus 170 will come first, minus 10 will come next, right? And 10 will come next, and 350 will come at the last. So let me write the corresponding things in that order, because we don't care about the sorted numbers, right? We care about these things. So 170 is corresponding to 30, sorry, minus 170 corresponding to 30 200, right? So this should go first, right? So this should go first, right? let me copy that, right. Now minus 100, sorry, minus 10, this one, right, minus 10. So that is in the right location. And then next comes 10. 10 corresponds to 30 and 20, right. So this should come next. So let me copy that and put it right here, right. Now, so this is the order. So basically what we said is, we got this is input, right, and we got the differences and sort the difference and then rearrange input, right. So basically we are rearranging the input. So now that we have rearranged the input, right, what we are going to do is, we will do a greedy method, right. So what is the greedy method? Basically whatever the cost that is optimal, you just take it, right. In a greedy method, you are being greedy, and then just whatever it is optimal for you, you just take it, right. So in that case, what we will do is, so these are ordered in the ascending order of the difference, right. So this is minus 170, that is lowest, and this is minus 10, that is the next lowest, this is 10, that's next lowest, this 350, that is the highest basically. So now what we will say is, we said n people will be going to city A, right. So how many people, this 2n is equal to, is 4 here, right. So n is equal to 2, right. So that means take first 2 people to A and the other 2 people to B, right. Take first 2 people. So these are the first 2 people, right. So A cost will be 30 plus 10, sorry, and B cost, right, will be, how much it will be, 20 plus 50, right. So what is the A cost completely? It will be 30, right. So is it 30? No, it's 30, right, this one. So A cost is 30 plus 10, right. B cost is 30 plus, sorry, B cost is 20 plus 500, sorry, 50. So how much it is? It is actually 70, and 30 plus 10 is actually 40. So now you add A cost and B cost. A cost plus B cost, that will be 110. So that is the minimum cost that you need. So which is what we want. So it is a like few steps. What are the steps that we are doing? Just to recap, we have the input and we are calculating the difference, and we are sorting the difference, and we are rearranging the input in the sorted difference, right. So now that we know what is n, sorry, 2n, we just calculate 2n. 2n is equal to 4 and n is becomes 2. So first 2 people will be going to city A. That's why we calculated the A cost. The A cost is always, what is that? The 0th element, right. A cost will be always 0th element, that is 30 plus 10, and B cost is always the first element, that is what given in the description. So 20 plus 50. So that's how we are able to get the A cost and B cost and add A cost and B cost, and this is our answer, right. This will be our answer. So hope that helped. Let's go ahead and look at the code for this. It's going to follow exactly the same approach. So before jumping into the code, right, so there is some process which we have to understand how to do this rearranging the input and sorting the difference, right. So we got the difference like this, right, and if we sort the difference, and in order to correlate this back to the original thing, it will be a tedious task, right. So we have sorted the difference, but in order to rearrange the input back, it's not going to be an easy task. So for that purpose, what I have devised a mechanism is, so we put this into a temporary object, right, these two things, and sort the temporary object based on the difference, right. So we don't explicitly calculate the difference, but behind the scenes difference is calculated and this input is getting converted into the rearranged. So instead we will say this is sorted input, okay, instead of rearranged, right? Sorted input. The sorting is based on the difference, right? So that's what the approach that we are going to see. So in order to put these two things into an object, I have a placeholder class. So let's go ahead and look at the placeholder first, right? So then we will go look at the other one. So I have the placeholder class which I am calling as city cost, okay, and I am calling A and B because those are the costs, right? So city cost, A cost and B cost, right? So to fly to the city A, that is A cost I am calling. So to fly to city B, I am calling B cost. And on top of this, I have written a comparer. So this comparer will do the justification for sorting. Basically, this comparer will be used for sorting our input. So what is that essentially the city cost comparer is doing? Just get the difference to x and difference to y, right? X dot a minus x dot b, y dot a minus y dot b. So what is the difference between comparing both cities? So once you have those differences, we are going to use those differences to sort, right? So that's what it is. So we said we have the input and we got the sorted input. So behind the scenes, this input is getting sorted based on the difference, right? So that's what is done being the cost comparer. So now let's go back to the code that uses these two. So now we got this cost, it's a two-dimensional array, right? We get the length and we need that many objects to hold the city cost, right? So city cost array will be equal to of length n. So now we go through this cost and what we are going to do, just fill the city cost, right? Just fill the city cost and now sort this city cost array by using the city cost comparer, right? This is the comparer. What is that comparer? That they are being sorted based on the difference, right? This is the difference, we sorted difference and rearranged. So all this is being done with this single statement, right? Now that we sorted, what we said, just take the first n elements to A and second n elements to B. So now for that purpose, A is n by 2, B is also n by 2, right? There will, since n is a number that we are getting, so practically this n is nothing but 2n, right? In our example, what I am saying is n as 2n. So that means A will be n by 2, B will be n by 2. So people who go to A will be n by 2 and B also will be n by 2, right? So now I am initializing the cost to 0 and as long as A is greater than 0, I will be taking the cost from A. Once A becomes 0, just take the cost to B, finally return the cost. So that is nothing as good as take first n, n by 2 for A cost, second n by 2 for B cost, finally return the cost which we accumulated. So it is nothing but A cost we accumulated and B cost we accumulated and finally sum up them and return as answer. So that's the greedy method that we have employed to solve this particular problem. So now let's go ahead and look at the time and space complexity, right? Time and space. So what is the time? So we are saying there are n costs, right? So in order to do this filling up, we need order of n, right? Order of n. Let me put big O also here, right? So plus, are we doing any more thing? Yes. So we are doing sorting, right? So the best sorting algorithm that we can take is average case is order of n log n, right? No, there is only one n log n, right? So plus, is there anything? Yeah, we are going through that array again. So that will become one more order of n, right? So this is the total time complexity. But in general, order of n will be greater than, sorry, order of n will be less than order of n log n. So we would finally can say order of n log n, right. So this will be the final time complexity, although it will be 2n plus n log n, right. So although it will be 2n plus n log n, but n log n will have higher value when you compare with 2n. That's why we just take that off, and finally we will say the time complexity is order of n log n. What is the space complexity? So are we using any extra space here? Yes, for this temporary city cost array, right, we are using it. What is the cost that we are using? N, because there are n costs given in our input. So the space that it is used is also order of n, right. So the space complexity is order of n and time complexity is order of n log n. So we are using bunch of variables like n, a, b, cost. These are all same irrespective of the length of n, right. So for that purpose we don't include them as part of the space complexity. So the total time space complexity is order of n and total time complexity is order of n log n. If you have any further questions, please post them in the comment section below this video. I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you for watching this video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please go ahead and subscribe and also share among your friends as much as you can. I have uploaded the code for this particular problem to the GitHub repository. You can get the link from the description below this video. Also, you will find all the playlists links in the description for all the topics that I created. Thank you for watching again. I will be back with another problem very soon. Till then, stay safe and goodbye.